diagram once you see. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's open Revit 2018. Okay, so this is our file, or you can just click here open. Then you need to go your respective folder location. Then Revit training, and this is our file, and say open. Okay, so last session we saw how to add this slab, right? Then how to add the opening. So if you want to add the opening through the number of slabs, okay, number of levels, so you can use the shaft opening. Otherwise you can add your, just click on this slab and just go here edit boundary, and you can add the opening as per your requirement, right? Then after that we saw a difference between this floor slab and foundation slab. You can say here structural foundation slab. So if you want to add some slopes, okay, on slab, so you should use this floor category. If you don't want to give any slope, means raft foundation or combined footing, so you need to use this category. Okay, then after that we have one more option here. Okay, so slab edge. Okay, so for example, I will just take an example here. So if I go to here ground floor, right, and suppose this is our building, and here we need to add the generator pad, right? So in case emergency, so power backup, so mostly we are adding here generator. Okay, and the generator is resting on the slab. So I have designed some size, so just 300 thick slab. Okay, so I want to add a slab here. So go to your floor, use this option, and my slab is 6 feet from this edge of the building. So I will use this pick line option. Sorry, and then you can give, just consider 5 meter from edge of building. So here, right, and my slab uh, width. Okay, slab width just consider 4 meter. Okay, and I want to just match this slab to the edge of the building here. Okay, I will just use this edge. Okay, and okay, I will trim this. So give the trim command and trim this. Okay, and the length of this slab just consider 6 meter. Okay, so this is my slab. So give the tr command and you can trim these lines. Okay, so this is my slab. So if you look at in 3D view, so I have added this slab at the ground level. So if you look at in elevation, north elevation, so you can see this is my slab, right? So these two slab I will just move just side, so we can see our slab here. So yes, I will move here. Then if you go to the north elevation, so this is our slab. Okay, and I have designed the slab thickness is 250 mm. Okay, but as per my requirement I will make it 300. So go to here and say duplicate. You can give your size as per your requirement and add here 300, right? So you can add the generator on this slab. So ground floor we have added at the ground floor. So if you look at, so this is my ground level. Okay, But ground level here, soil condition is very loose condition here. Okay, so I have designed some what we'll say thicker beam, edge beam. Okay, so I will show you in paint. So suppose this is my slab, right? And if I cut a section here, and you can looks like this one, right? And here my ground level. Okay, here also ground level. But soil condition is very loose here. So I want to add some beam here around the periphery like that, right? So how to model this? We have option here, how to add. So you need to go in 3D model, right? And just set a view here, right? And you need to go here floor and say slab edge, right? So click on that. Okay. So if I once I click on that, so your command is active. So if you move your cursor below the slab edge, okay, so you can see if I move my cursor, so slab edge is highlight here, right? So click on that. So you can see this slab edge added here. Okay, I will repeat this command. You need to go structural, go to the floor and select the slab edge. Once you select on this slab edge and if you move your cursor bottom of the slab, any edge, so you can see it's highlight. Okay, but I want to add below the slab here and here and here all periphery. If you move your cursor any edge, so it's highlight. But I want to add at all periphery. So you need to just simply move your cursor on this edge and press the tab button. So you will select all periphery, right? So once you press tab, so highlight area you can see all periphery, and then you need to just simply click on that. Okay, so you can see slab edge beam has been added here, right? So if you see this material is different and this material is different, so you need to assign the same material. So if you check material for the slab, sorry, so if you select your slab and go to here edit type and check the material edit type, so you can see this is our concrete cast in place. So if I click on this three dot, so this is our material box. So I have assigned the concrete cast in place material for this slab. So you need to assign the same material for ground beam, this slab thickening. Okay, so select this one. Okay, and go to here edit type, and you can see material here as a cat by category. That's the reason it's look different. So you need to click on three dot and you need to search gray, cast in place gray. So you need to assign the same material, those material you have assigned to your main slab. So select here and say apply and okay, right? So you can see both it looks same, right? So if I cut a section here, okay, so you need to go to the plan. So you can see this dotted line, you can see. So set here fine and hidden line. So you can see this dotted line. Okay, then after that, suppose I want to add a section here. Okay, I want to add a section here and click on that section and say go to view, right? So you can see this view has been created here. Okay, I will just change the type here fine and hidden lines, and also I will change the scale, so 1 is to 50, right? So you can see I have added this. So if you assign the material same, so it's automatically join here. Okay, so you can see if I select, and once you select, so this modify slab edge table is active. So you need to click here join, and you need to join both the material here and here. I think it's already joined. Okay, so if you see already joined here. Okay, so you can add this ground beam. So what is the size for this? you can change as per your requirement. So total is 600. My slab thickness is 300. It means this will be 300 and this is also 300. Sorry, this is 600 and this is 300 and this is also 300. So you need to give two dimension, this dimension and this dimension. Okay, so here 600 by 600. Then suppose I have designed, this is my slab and slab thickness is 300, right? And this depth is, just consider 600 or 500. Okay, so this is 200 because my slab is 300, so total is 500. And you can assign this distance also from here. Okay, so total distance is 500. Okay, I will draw new sketch. Okay, so suppose I want to add this one, and then this one, then this one, and this one. Okay, and this should be 45-degree. Okay, like that. Okay, so suppose this slab thickness is 200, right? And or 300, you can say. Then this is also 300, right? Then you can just change this value. So suppose this is 500, right? Then you need to calculate this value. So if you draw this, so it's automatically come. Okay, so you can change this value. Okay, so if you go here and just type dl command, I want to just add here. So okay, so my slab thickness is 300, right? And I want to just add below 300 again. Okay, so you need to add this, and suppose this is 500. So copy this line and say 500, and this line should be 45-degree, like that. Okay, so you need to trim this line. Okay, so this is my geometry and I want to add this type of thickening in my slab. So suppose this is 300, then this is 600, and this is 300, and this is 800. So you need to give these two dimension, 800 and 300, then you can get this result. Okay, like that. Then if you check, okay, so we need to give these two dimension, 800 and 300 dimension. How to give, let's see. Okay, so I want to add a new slab again here. So and I want to just copy this same slab here. Okay, and I don't want to give any thickening here, so I will delete this, select and delete. So slab is 300. Okay, and I want to add here as per my requirement. So what is my requirement? 800 by 300. Okay, so how to add? So you need to go to this browse project browser tab here, and you need to search here families. Okay, in this tab, and you need to search profile. Okay, so in this profile you need to search again slab thicken. Okay, so you can see 600 by 300 we have already seen, and 900 by 300, then 900 by 450 already created here. But as per my requirement, 800 by 300 is not here. Okay, so I want to add here. So how to add? So click any one of this family. Okay, right click and say here duplicate. Okay, then after that you need to give your name. whatever as per your requirement. So I have given here 800 by 300. So 800 is x and y is 300, and here. Then after that, once you create this, so just double click on that. Okay, so this box is appear. So width is our 800. So you need to give 800 and thickness is 300. If you choose 400, 500, 600 thickness, so you can just add as per your requirement and say here apply. Then you need to go to the 3D model. Okay, here. Then you need to go again slab edge. Okay, and click here edit type. So you can see 600 by 300 is already loaded here. If you see, so if I change this 800 by 300 and say apply and OK. So here I have already added 600 by 300 as per my requirement. So these also change. So you can see it was initially 600 by 300. So right now here 800. But I don't want to change this. I want to change to the other slab. So make it undo and I will make it 300 by 300. So I want to keep as it is. So you need to go again floor category and say slab edge. And before adding this, because you have already added 600 by 300 at a multiple location in your project, so don't change the value here. You need to copy this. So go to structural floor and say slab edge, right? And you need to say here edit type and say duplicate, and you can give slab edge 2, or you can give here values 800 by 300. Okay, and say okay. So where you will use 800 by 300, so you need to use this category. So say here okay. So you can see slab edge 800 by 300 is already created. You need to just change the profile whatever you have created in families. So change 300 and say apply, and you can see your as per your requirement this slab edge has been loaded. Then you need to move your cursor below the slab and any slab and tab, so you can select all periphery, so you can see. So suppose if I cut a section, right, okay, so what I do, I will just extend this section. So both the slab we can see in one section. Okay, so I will extend these levels. Okay, then you can check here. So this is 300, and then this is 800, then this is total 600. 600 300 from here and 300 from here. If you want to check this dimension, you can check. Then this is your 300, 1 is to 1, right? So this will be 300 and this is also 300. Okay, so you can create. So if I select this, so you can see this is 800 by 300. Okay, so the most important part for slab thickening around the slab. Okay, then after that, if you go again structural tab, so floor, all floor structure, then slab edge, then similarly you can see here, right, slab edge. So same thing you can apply for your foundation slab also. Then next topic is wall. Okay, so this is also important topic, command here. So if you see structural, so we can see only this. Architectural we are not seeing, only structural. If you click here structural, so number of walls you can see here. Suppose if you want to add a concrete wall, so you have option here generic 200 thick slab. Okay, so I will add here at the ground floor here, right? So you need to go the ground floor, go to ground floors. I want to add the wall from ground floor to first floor, but my wall is top below this slab. Sorry, what will say beam. Okay, my wall is start from this point to this point. Okay, so I want to add the wall. So you need to go where you want to add the wall. So I want to add the wall on ground floor. So you can go here structural, click here wall, select your structural wall, and I want to add, suppose my wall thickness is 300 thick. So click here edit type and say duplicate, and I will add here 300. Okay, oops, 300 is already in this list, so no need to create again. So click on that, this one. So select. If you design 350, so you can just create and duplicate. Suppose I want to create 350 thick slab, sorry, wall. So I will just add here 350 and remove to edit, and I want to add here 350 wall. Okay, and I want to assign the concrete wall. Okay, so cast in place gray and say okay, and say here okay. Then you need to add here at the ground level. So wall thickness, you can see base constraint is ground level and top constraint is, I want to add here first level, and base offset. So same thing as we saw for column, the same thing here. If you want to offset below the base, so you have option here. So by default 3 meter here. So I will keep here 0. Okay. Yes. So ground level. Okay. We can adjust later. Okay, then you can add here. So you can see if I start here, so my cursor taking center line. Why? Because location of line is center line here. That's the reason. You can see, right? So if I add a wall, so it's take a center line here. So you have option here, wall center line, core center line. Then you can say here exterior face, finish exterior face. So you can see your cursor is exterior face. Similarly, interior face. So you can see my cursor is at the right side. So I want, suppose I want to add here. So I will select exterior and I want to add the wall here. So right now I want to add only from this point to this point. Okay, so this is our wall. If I select, so you can see 300 356 slab, sorry, wall. So if you go to the section how it looks, so your wall is here, but I want to change the constraint. So ground offset is okay, and top constraint I want to set here first floor, so it's go up here. But I don't want to give this wall, top up wall up to here, up to level. My wall should be stopped below the beam. So you need to check what is the our beam depth is 500. So select your wall and give here top offset minus 500. So your wall should be stopped below the beam. Then similarly, you can see this wall is going below the first ground level minus 3 meter. Why? Because here by default 3 meter added here. So you need to just add here 0. So you can see this is your wall, and this wall is merged. Okay, so you can see if I select this wall and say join, and you can merge here. So if you look at in a model, so where is wall? So you can see this is our wall, right? So this is our concrete wall. So this concrete wall you can add all around the your lip chamber, because mostly we are giving concrete wall around the chamber for lip chamber. Suppose I have designed the brick wall here, right? So you can add the brick wall also. So here I want to add the brick wall. So go again and say wall and say structural. So you can search for the brick wall. Okay, so I want to search brick wall. So type brick. Okay, so you need to create a brick wall. Okay, so I want to click here, edit type, say duplicate, and brick wall. So normally 9 inch, no, is 6 inch. What is the thickness of? I think 6 inch, right? 6 to 9 inch, I think. You can give thickness here 9 inch. Sorry,
230 mm.
230.
230,
Yes.
230 mm, or you can say 230 thick mm thick brick wall, right? You can give the name and say here okay. Then after that you can give here thickness 230. Then you need to assign the brick material here. So right now here cast in place concrete material. So select on this tab and search material for brick. So you have option here brick common. Okay, and select okay. So you can see brick common material has been assigned to this wall and say okay, and you are ready to add your brick wall. So say here okay. So you can see your brick wall is ready to add. Then same, you need to give here first floor, and then of source we will just first add here. Okay, so you can start from this point to this point, right? So this is your brick wall. Suppose I have moved this section here, how it looks. So select again, and you need to assign this 0, and you need to assign this first level, and you can see, but this wall I want to stop below, so I know depth of beam is 500, so you can give here minus 500. Oops, sorry, I have given the base offset. So you need to go to the top offset and say minus 500. Okay, so you can see this brick wall stop below the beam. So if you look at in 3D view, so you can see your brick wall looks like. So suppose if I make it shaded, oops, so in shaded you can see only color, but if I make it realistic, so you can see your brick wall it looks like. So this material is by default when we will install Revit. So this material is by default install on your software. Okay, so don't need to um, download from the website or and load here. So you have already here. So if you go here and say edit type, and you have option here material. So these material different types of material here. Okay, so you can use. So let's see one by one how which material where we can use. Okay, so right now I have used this brick for this wall. Okay, suppose this is also brick wall, so you can just simply select and go to this is our 350 concrete wall, so you can just dump into the brick wall. So we have already assigned here brick wall. Where is that brick wall? Yeah, here, sorry, 230. Yeah, 230 brick wall. So you can see. So once you add this, so simply you can go to your plan and select, and your grid to grid distance is same, so you can just select this wall and type CO, right? Copy and paste at multiple location. So copy and on your multiple location, and then add, and then add. Oh, sorry, here is not okay. So similarly you can add all around, even you can add here also for curve location, right? So how to add? Go to again wall, select. So 230 already assigned, and you have option here adding the brick wall. So you can using these tools and add the brick wall. Suppose your wall is straight, so use this line like that, like that. Suppose you have rectangle, or you are working on some tank, square or rectangle tank. So you can add this brick. Then suppose if your tank is polygon, so you can add. So we have two types of polygon: inscribe and circumscribe. Suppose if you want to add circular wall, so you can add. Okay, so if you look at in 3D view, so it looks like so. Okay, circular, trapezoidal, as per your requirement you can add here. Okay, I will delete this. So I want to add the wall here, circular wall. So go again and say wall, and I want to use this because we have profile and remaining option is for curve wall. So you can use this option also. Starts, sorry, then start, end, then radius you can give as per your requirement. Then this is center arc, so the simple option, so you can use this option also for adding the circular wall. But in that case I have already profile, so I will use this pick line option, and once I click on that, so you can see our wall is ready to add here, like that. Okay, so if you look at in 3D view here, so you can see your wall has been added, but you need to give the top and base constraint. Okay, so top constraint is first floor, and I want to give here minus 500, and here is 0, right? So you can see we have added this. Similarly, you can add this at all levels, right? So you can add here, here, here also. Okay, then okay, so this is our brick wall. Then concrete wall you can add here also. Okay, I want to suppose around the periphery of this lift shaft, I want to add here. Okay, so you can use this wall option and select your generic. Suppose my wall thickness is 300 wall. Okay, so you can use this option and just add your wall, but you need to choose this here offset. Yeah, so my offset is 300 because right now is 0, and if I click here, so it takes this point. Okay, but I want to give 300, so just add offset 300. So you can see going to the outside, right, like that. Then you need to, yeah, we need to check in section. So where is this? Okay, so move your cursor any one of the wall and press tab, so you can select all periphery wall. Then you need to assign first floor, then ground floor is okay, and I don't want to extend below. Okay, so your wall is just see in section, so you can see this core wall is added here, but I don't want to just stop below here. But if you given concrete material and both the material for slab and wall and both material are same, so you can join this. How to join? So select this wall, so this modify wall table is active, you can click on join, right, and then select this wall and slab, so you can see these are joined to each other. Okay, then hidden lines, then here you need to select fine, like that. Okay, so you can see here wall, and so if you see in your, okay, so we need to assign the same material for this wall, so you can see, so wall is looks gray. Okay, so press tab, select any one of this and press, sorry, just move your cursor on wall and press tab, so you can select all walls. Then you can click here edit type, edit, and you need to assign the same material. So type gray here, gray, yeah, concrete cast place in gray, and say okay, and say okay, and say apply, and okay. Okay, so you can see this wall is not joined, but if you select and just say join to slab, so you can see we can't see any edge here because this wall has been joined. If you look at it section, so you can see is perfectly joined to the slab. Here also, if you select and press join and join here, then join here. Okay, so this line is disappear. So this line is our grid lines, sorry, level lines. Okay, so your wall has been joined already. Then similarly, this wall you can just add at all location, right? Or if your wall thickness is same, so you can just extend this up to roof level. So simple, go here and move your cursor any one of the wall and press tab, select. Then you can just assign up to roof this wall. So you can see it comes up to here. If you want to give some projection, so give here offset. Suppose I want to add 1.5 meter above, so you can see. Okay, like that. And I want to add here 3 meter above. So you can see your lift has been added here. Lift shaft has been added here. Okay, so you can see. Okay, then similarly, you can add your concrete wall, sorry, brick wall, all here and there. So one more thing, suppose this is commercial building, so this is brick wall is okay, concrete wall is for core wall around the shaft opening, but for uh, this entrance for this building, and I want to give some different here glazing or cladding. Glazing means I want to add here glass wall. Okay, so you can add this glass wall, right? So how to add? So you can click here, so select this wall and duplicate, and click here duplicate, and you can say 25 1 inch thickness. Okay, glass wall. Okay, and say here okay, then click here edit, and you need to give first 25 thickness for this wall, and you need to change the material and type here glass. Okay, so you have option here glass, clear glazing, and glass. Suppose I want to add here glass and say okay, and say okay again. So you can see we have added this glass wall. So you can see transparent directly here because we have assigned the glass here, right? So you can see. So this beam and all those things you can see easily because we have assigned the glass here. So you can see reflection is also you can see, right? So different types of or with material you can assign your wall. So we saw how to add the wall, how to modify the height of the wall, how to create as per our thickness, as per our required thickness wall. Okay, then next one is suppose I want to add some openings here, so window here. So how to add the window, right? I want to add the opening for this lift here, right? So what I do, I will, okay, so first of all we will see how to add the window here, right? For window we need to take a help for architectural tab. Okay, so in structural tab is no not available any doors and windows family. So if you want to add the door window family, you need to go in architectural. Then you can see here door and windows. Okay, suppose I want to click here window. So you can see here windows here, different sizes of window. Okay, and if I move, if I given, okay, I will repeat this. So click architectural and click here windows, and you can choose as per your requirement size 400 by 1200, and you need to just move your cursor on this wall so it's automatically taken. Okay, so you can see this opening we have added here, but this is just opening. I want to add a proper window. Okay, window with lip. Okay, double lip or sliding window I want to add here. So how to add? So if you click here, so there is a no any window family. Okay, so you need to add this. So how to add? Go to insert and say load family. Then you need to go as per where we have copied our library. So C drive, program data, Autodesk, Revit, and libraries here and India. Okay, and if you go down window, so we have window family here. Okay, so if you click here, so this is normal open window, so this is different. Then if you check, so different types of window you can see here: double window, a wing, double vertical, single vertical, then triple horizontal. Okay, so you can see different types of windows. Okay, so you can see, and then after that nested family we will I mean, yes, so no, this is architectural equipment. So if you see, suppose you can see, yeah, or double or single, as per your requirement you can add here. So this is also a window bay casement and different types of windows here. Okay, so suppose I want to add this window, simple window. Okay, I will select double. Okay, suppose I want to add this window. Okay, so don't load all this family. If you load all Windows family, your file size will be heavy, and you are not doing the smoothly work. So those you want to use, load only the families. Suppose I want to load this and say here open. Okay, and you can decide again that file window casement triple lip. Suppose I want to assign, I want to just add this 550 by 750 size. Okay, so width and height you can see here. So I want to load this, so select any one of this, or if you want to multi value 2 or 3, so you can select and say here okay. Okay, so if you go again architectural and say window, so you can see this window is added in your window toolbar here, and then you can just add this where you want and just click here. Okay, so you can see this window is added here, right? So if you want to check again the right location, so you need to just take a section here. So we where we have added window here, so you can just take a section here like that, and the range will be given up to here, and then say go to view. So you can see the your window has been added here, right? Then you can assign or you can just set the dimension. Okay, so what is the size? Actual size is 1550. So you can just set exactly at the center. So you need to just add a line here, reference plane RP. So I have just added the center line here and type AL. So you need to select this reference line and you need to select the middle of the window. So it's go to exactly here. So this is our section. I will hide this. Right. So if I measure this dimension, so you can see this is 2.6 meter and this is also 2.6 meter. Then similarly, sill level you can assign. So where is our sill level? This is our sill level. So if you measure this, so it's 1117. So you can assign this. So suppose sill level is 1.2 meter. So the RP command, give the RP command, then say reference offset 1.2 and use this option pick lines and select your levels. So this is your sill level, and then you can align again this line and this line. So your window exactly at the center. Similarly, you can just copy this where we have added walls. So with same base point, midpoint here, then here. Okay, so you have added this. So if you look at in 3D view, so it looks like. Okay, suppose I want to add different types of window again. So go to insert, load family, go to down, go down here and say windows. And suppose I want to choose some fancy window this time. Okay, okay, which one? Okay, I think circular. Oops. Okay, I will choose this one. So this window is looks very heavy because if you see, and I want to just open and go to here structural and say window, and suppose I want to add here, so it looks like okay, but this window is not looks proper. Why? Because some features is off. So type VV, visibility graphics. Okay, so type VV and we need to check. So if you want to check some element in model category and annotation category, so we are checking in model category. So click here model category and select the window, type W. Yes, so window is off here. So click on that and say apply and okay. So you can see this window, you can see properly now, right? And then this window is also lip and all those things you can see. Suppose if you want to change the dimension, so you can go and in this window you need to select again as per your required size and you can change this. Okay, so you can add the window. Suppose I don't want to add this window, I want to add this window. So go again. Okay, I want to add this window and then copy. You need to set as per your requirement here, and where is midpoint? Yes. Okay, so if you look at in 3D view, it looks like you can choose as per your requirement, right? Then here, suppose I want to add the door here also. So I want to add the door. So if you go to the ground floor and okay, so this wall I want to just add again here. Okay, so right click and say create similar. So you can add this wall from here and I want to add here also in between two columns. If you look at in 3D view, this brick wall going down. So select this and this. Sorry, select, press control. If you select multiple objects, so select anyone and press the control. Then change again here. What is the thickness? Okay, okay, minus 500 is okay, and first floor is okay, and level should be here, ground level. Okay, so we have added here. Suppose I want to add the door here. Similarly, if you go to the architectural tab and click here a door, so by default size here, just opening here. So you can load family here, or you can go here insert and say load family and search for door as per our path. So type D, so doors. So these are different types of door: commercial door, hardware, residential, and then you can see this is double lip door, this is single lip door, this is a different door, this is roller shutter. Okay, then if you check residential, so this is residential, different types of doors here. Okay, so this door is families by default on your in your Revit software. Okay, and then hardware, so here are some handles. Okay, if you want to add some, so you have option. Then commercial, so this is one door. Then yes, so this is double lip door. Okay, so this is single, this is double, this is different. Which one? This is cold room, passage, single, cold room. Okay, suppose I want to add the double lip door, this one. So click on that, then choose your door size. Suppose I want to add here 1.8 by 2 meter and say okay. So your door is ready to place here. So if you move your cursor, so you can see temporary dimension give the idea. So door location is not exact center. So right now is exact center 1160 from both side. So just click on that. Okay, so you can see we are not able to see door. Why? Because door category is off in this view. So type VV, visibility graphics. So type VV and search door. So you can see door is off here. That's the reason we are not able to see. So click on that door and say apply. Okay, so you can see door has been added here, right? Like that. Then same door I want to add here. So right click and say here create similar, or you can click structural architectural and select your door size and just add. So 1160 is okay from both side, and then add, right? So door has been added here. Okay, similarly single lip door you can add also. So yeah, so here we can add the single for our opening, lift opening. Okay, so select this shaft, and I want to show, I want to see just this this wall, core wall. So select all the walls and click on that button here, section box. So click here, so you can see only this core wall. Okay, and I want to add the openings here. So go again, architectural, and click on door, but I don't have any single lip family. So click here, load family. Go to again door category, and select commercial, because our building is commercial. So single lip door I want to add here. Yeah, so it's okay. Or let's see again, different door. So lip door, we want to add the lip door. Okay, so you can add this one also. Or okay, so let's start add here this one and say open, and 9 meter by 2 meter is okay. Sorry, 900 by 2 meter, and say open, and it's ready to add. So you can just fix your dimension. Yeah, so 1350 both side. Okay, so here also 1350 both side. Then you can add again here. You can add, then you can add 1350 both side here. There is not taking this dimension. Okay, I will try again. Say create.
Sir, will copy paste?
Sorry.
Copy paste directly.
Yeah, you can copy paste, but it's easy. So create similar, and then you can just add. You can just add a section again, and then you can copy paste. So for example, we have added here. So add a section in this direction, right? And extend your section up to here. Right click and say go to view, right? And I want to hide this section category. I don't want to show this. Okay, so this door is not perfectly at the center. You can align here. So type AL and align. If you want to check is exactly center, so give the dimension command DI. So you can see this is 2150 exactly here. So if I check here, so 2150. If I check here, 2150, and then if you want to copy, select and then type CO, right? And paste here, then paste here. Oops, not in row. Okay, yeah, it's our terrace, right? So if you look at in, so it looks like. If you want to change the door size, so you can just change the door size. So you can choose as per your requirement and change. So if I untick this, so you can see we have added here. Okay, so door and window you can add here different types of door as per your requirement, but I suggest don't load the number of doors family, number of window. So if you load, so your file size will be increased and it's affect your work speed. Okay, so those you are using family load only one, only that one. Okay, so if you see, so here some elements is added here, and due to this the size of this family is heavy. So if you added different size, so it could be heavy size for your file. Okay, then next, yeah, so you can see glass also, so you can add the glass wall as per your requirement. Okay, then if you go again, wall, okay, and say structural walls. Okay, so as per your thickness you can modify, say duplicate, you can assign different material as per your requirement: glass, glazing, cladding, bricks, right? So if you select any one of the wall, so I will just show you which type of material here. So select edit type and go here and in material. Okay, so this is the clad white, then this is the for the concrete, then glass, you can see glass material, then this is steel material. So I will assign when we will work on steel structure. So there are different material here, then you can choose as per your requirement. Okay, then next is if you go to ground floor, I will just delete this. Suppose I want to add the here some boundary wall, okay, around this building. Okay, so suppose my boundary wall, if you go to here, okay, I have already section here, and then okay, so say go to view, right, and I will just extend. So this is my, okay, I will hide by category. I don't want to show the section marks in section. Okay, so I want to add here some compound wall, or you can say boundary wall. Okay, I want to add, and my boundary wall is start from ground level to, you can give, you can assign some levels, approximately 1.5 meter or 2 meter above the ground level, right? And I want to add from this point, uh, 10 meter. So if I add a DL, means just uh, detail line. Okay, so it comes here. Okay, so you can, sorry, so it's not 10 meter. No, it's a one meter only. Suppose my boundary compound wall is 10 meter from the building face, right? If I extend this viewport, so here I want to add the wall here, right, from 10 meter. So if you go to the ground floor, okay, and say here wall, and say structural wall, and suppose my boundary wall is 350 thick, we have already, and it could be concrete. Okay, and say select. Okay, then after that I will use this option, pick lines, because I have boundary here, and then you need to give offset 10 meter, right? And then simply select this face, so you can see the dotted line is your location of your wall. So you can see this wall. So if I check, so it's a 9650, because why, if I add a wall here, so I have assigned here exterior face. Okay, so you can see, if I say interior face, right, and say 10 meter here, and use the pick line option, so it comes here, right? So this is my interior face. So if I measure this dimension, so it's a 10 meter. So I will delete this. Okay, so this is my boundary wall. So right now I will just extend up to here. Okay, and if you look at in 3D view, so this is your boundary wall. We need to modify this height. So level is ground floor, base level, and top level is, I will assign first floor, right? So total 3 meter. Okay, we will check in section how it's. So what I do, I will extend this and say go to view. So this is my wall. So this is our ground level. So if I measure, so this is 3 meter. right? And I suppose my wall height is 2 meter. Okay, so I will increase here 1 meter. So total is 1.5 meter from this level. So if I measure this gap from first level, so this is 1.5. So this 1.5 I have given here minus offset from first floor, right? So 2 meter height. If you want to increase, so you can increase. Or suppose I will add only 500. So what is the height here? So height is 3 meter height. Okay, so this wall is going all around building, but just wall is not practically possible. You need to give the foundation also. Okay, so this is my ground level. So foundation is also not exactly at the ground level, my top of foundation. So it's almost 200 or 300 below the ground. So what I do, I will give here minus 300 or 500. You can choose as per your requirement. So this is my foundation will be start from this level below 500 below the ground level. Okay, so if you look at in 3D view, so this is my wall, compound wall, and I want to give the foundation for this. So how to give? So suppose if you have already added this wall, so you need to go here, wall foundation. So you have option, go to the structural and say wall foundation. Click on this foundation tab and click here wall foundation, and or you can give the shortcut YUPT foundation. Okay, and click on that. So is here by default families, what is the size? 900 by 300 means 900 is width and 300 is thickness, right? So suppose this is my foundation, this is my wall. So this is a 900. Okay, and this is 300, but you can give as per your requirement. Okay, so suppose I have designed 1.2 meter width and 500 thick. So go here again, edit type, duplicate, sorry. Then you can add here. You can add as per bearing footing 1.2 width and 500 is depth. Okay, and say select, and you need to just change the values as per your requirement. Okay, and say okay here, and your size is ready to add. So already this size is load here, so you need to simply select your wall, so it's automatically added here, so you can see, right? Then simple, you can see the difference. Okay, because the reason behind that, same material is not assigned for this footing. So select this footing again, go to the edit type, and you can see the different material assigned here. Cast in place concrete 35 MPa. You need to change this. Cast in place gray. Select, apply, okay. Okay, so what happened? I have assigned the same material. Okay, yes. So I will close this window and open again. Oops. Okay, I will change the realistic and fine. Then okay, I will try a shaded. Yeah, in shaded it looks same. Realistic. Okay, let's see. I want to add a section here. So if I join, so it works or not. I want to join this. Yeah, it works. Okay, and if you look at in 3D view, it looks same. Sometimes it's not joined, so you need to join by using the join command. Okay, so you can see in section, so width is 1.2 and thickness is 500. Okay, so you can add this footing. Okay, and suppose if I add a section here for this, I want to see the elevation. Okay, only this wall elevation. So you can see this is my wall, right? I want to hide these section marks from this view. Okay, right? So you can see this is the ground level. What is the ground level? 0. And our top of, what is the top of concrete, top of footing here? If you go to annotation and use this spot elevation, so you can check the elevation. Okay, so this elevation minus 500. Okay, so below zero level 500. And suppose this level, sorry, this length, wall length is 28.3 meter, right? And here some level difference. So here uniform soil. Okay, so this level is 500, and if you go here at 15 meter, so suppose if I add here RP means, oops, where is that? Yeah, reference plane. So type RP. Okay, R and P. Then you need to use this pick line option and give the offset commands. Suppose 15 meter from this edge, I have level difference. Okay, so here my level difference. Okay, so I will just give the dimension here. So here my level difference here. So what is the level difference here? Suppose this level is minus 5. So this is minus, just consider minus 5 again. So means 1 meter below, right? From here. From here. Okay, I will show you here. Okay, so say new. Okay, so okay, so this is footing, my continuous footing, and then this is 500 thickness. Then I want to add the level here, right? And this level is minus 500. Okay, and this is my datum level, right? And this is suppose minus 1.5. Okay, means 1500. So total will be 2 meter from ground. Okay, and this gap is minus from here to here. This is difference is 1.5 meter, and you need to just add this type of footing, slope footing, step in the footing. Okay, so suppose this is 500, right? So you need to give the offset from this point 500 again here, and then you need to add your slope, sorry, uh, footing in a step. So this should be okay. So this line should be delete here, this one. Okay, so your step footing is looks like. So we can create in 3D model this. Okay, so let's start how it's create. First of all, what we need to do, you need to break your wall. Okay, so go to the ground floor, and you can see here we have added one reference plane. So if you add a reference plane in section, so you can see easily in plan also. If you add a reference plane in plan, so you can see automatically in section also. Okay, so you need to break this wall at this location. Okay, so how to break? So select this wall, and you have option here, split element. Okay, so click on that and select your wall exact on this reference plane. So click here. Okay, so we have split this wall. I will repeat this. Okay, so you can see this wall is continuous here, but we need to split. Why split? Because here is the level difference. Okay, so select your wall and go to here, split element. Once you select, so this modify wall stable activate, and you need to select this and click exactly on the reference plane and escape. So you can see this wall is different and this wall is different. Then you need to go your elevation. So you can see if I select, so this fit 1.5 meters separate, and this 13.3 is separate. Okay, then after that you need to select this wall. Okay, and you need to add your offset here, right? So from ground level, suppose it's 2 meter. So you need to add a minus 2 meter. So you can see it goes down here. Okay, I will just minimize this, right? So you can see. So if you give the offset from this wall, base offset, so your footing is going automatically down because this footing is attached to your wall, right? So don't need to update again footing location. If your wall is changed, so your footing is also changed because footing is attached to the wall. So you can see that in 3D, this is our difference in the bottom of the wall. But practically, our structural point of view, this is not possible. Continuation for the footing at a higher and lower continuation in reinforcement. Okay, so you need to give some part here, step footing. So go here and we need to add the shape here, right? So first of all, you need to just give the DL command, means detail line, just for reference. And you once your work is done, you can delete. Okay. So you need to extend this by 500. Then you need to give 45-degree. Okay. So this is 135, total 360. So this should be 45-degree. Okay. So your shape, it looks like here and here and here. Okay. So you need to add here. So how to add? So we don't have any beam category or wall category for add this patch here. Okay. So if you want to add some this type of shape, so you need to go here component. Before going that, you need to check the family, or you need to check the here type, which type this. So if I select this, so which type this? Structural foundation. So with the help of same category, you need to create this shape. Okay, so this is structural foundation. So you need to go here in structural tab component, right? And select here model in place. Okay, and you need to choose your category. So search structural foundation. So you can see this is our structural foundation. Why we are selecting this? Because our remaining part is structural foundation. We are just joined this structural foundation to each other. So you need to select the same material or same family. Okay. So click here. Okay. Right. And then you can give the name here. So suppose this is your step one. So you can give the step one name and say okay. So I want to extrude this shape. So you have different types of option here. So for this case, we will use this extrusion. So remaining part also we will see one by one later. So right now, first of all, we will see extrusion. So if you move your cursor, so you can see what is the purpose for this extrusion. So you can see if you want to extrude some shape, horizontal or vertical, so you can use this option. So I will click on that. So once you click, so by using this feature, so you can create your shape. Before going that, you need to set your plane. So click on this set, and after that click here pick a plane. Okay, so click on that pick plane, means you need to give the direction of your extrusion shape. So click here pick a plane and say okay. So my shape is extrude in this direction. So I will use this pick a plane, means my symbol or my shape is parallel to this shape. Okay, so once you move your cursor, so this shape is also select, then this shape is also select, then top, side, bottom also select. Okay, but I want to select this. Okay, left side. So I will select this. Okay, so you are ready to create your shape now. So once you set your plane, control tab. So you need to reach in your section where you have added this shape. Then by using this line, rectangle, trapezoidal, circular, you can complete your shape. So my shape is simple, so I will use this line. Okay, and then add add one point here, then second point here, and then third and fourth. So point is my shape is done. You can say if I select, so this shape I want to add. So once you're done, so click here, right? So click here. Then if you look at in 3D view, right? So your shape has been ready to set. Then simple, you need to give the align command, AL, right? So you need to align this space to this space. So align. Okay, then press the shift, rotate your view. Then this face I want to align with this face. So type again AL. So select this face and this face, right? So complete. Then after that, escape. Then select this face and you can see the material here. So material is different. You need to assign the same material here. So click on three dot and select cast in place gray and say okay. So your shape is ready here, right? Once you done, click here finish, right? So you can see. If you want to again edit this, so click, and once you click, so this modify structural foundation appear here. So click model in place, and if you select again, so align and all those things, or if you want to check the shape, so extrusion, then you can change the shape. Just go to the section and change your shape. But shape is okay for this condition, so I will just close this command, right? Like that. Then you can see the lines in between this putting and this shape. So you can just join this. So select and click here join, then select your foundation, select your block, select your foundation, select your block. So you can see we have created this. Then if you look at in 3D view, so it looks like. Then you can give the dimension. So this is your 500 thick footing. This is your 500 footing. Then you can give the levels. So this is 1.5. Then if you want to give here this dimension and this dimension, okay, you can delete this dimension. Then vertical dimension you have already given here. So this is 1.5 and this is also 1.5. Okay, so you can assign different shape. If you want to add the step footing, so you can add the step footing. You can just create this shape as per your requirement, and once you done your shape, so those initially you have added the lines, so you can delete this, right? So this is your shape. You can assign step footing also. Suppose you sometimes we are adding uh, this type of footing like that. Okay, so if you draw properly, so you can see, right? But mostly we are giving this slope thickening, but as per your requirement you can give any. Okay, so if you look, or if you go to again spot elevation, so this is my -5 and this is -2 level here. Okay, and this is your wall. We have cut this wall, but you can't see. If I select, then you can see this wall is two different walls here, right? Then similarly, if you suppose if you want to add some openings through this wall, so select as per same for the slab, select your wall, click here edit type, you can add your openings. So this is compound wall, so we are not adding any opening, but internal wall or outer building outer wall, if you want to add some electric conduit purpose or any wire or any, what will say, any equipment you want to pass from outside to inside, so you can add a opening. So set out dimension you can give as per your requirement. So any shape, any shape of opening you can add here like that. Okay, and then you need to set where is the opening is coming. Okay, so you can see if we have added this is you can add any opening, then windows, doors. Okay, so yeah, so this is all wall related. So I think we need to stop for today. If you have any question, any doubt, so you can ask.
Sir, can we add the stairs?
Sorry.
Stairs.
Yeah. We can add, but once we will come on stairs, so we have option here. We have both options, steel stair and concrete wall. So when we will come on this topic, I will show you how to add.
Okay, okay.
Yes. Any doubts?
Sir, one general question
Hmm?
regarding not regarding this. Can we generate the fabrication drawings here if we model the steel structures?
Fabrication drawing means, yeah, in 2D only.
Yeah,
Connection,
2D only. Yes.
yeah. In connection details and all those things, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Connection.
We can add 2D drawings. We can create a 2D drawings for rafter to column connection, purlin connection, then column to beam. Sorry, column to beam. Then side girds, top girds. You can give. I will show you once we finish concrete part. Then we can start on steel. So in that case, I will explain briefly.
Oh, no problem.
So, any other query? Yes,
सर
there.
मैं
Huh?
तो सर रेविट स्टार्ट किया था सर, इसमें जो लेफ्ट एंड राइट ये जो ब्राउज आ रहा राइट साइड ये
हाँ,
नहीं आ
ये
रहा है।
अच्छा, ये आपका ऐसा है क्या? हेलो,
जी
ये ऐसा ही है ना आपका? अभी आप ऐसे बिठा रहे तो बैठ नहीं रहा ना?
नहीं, राइट साइड आ ही नहीं, लेफ्ट साइड का आ रहा सर।
अच्छा, ये नहीं आ रहा है?
जी सर।
ये नहीं, ऐसा ही है?
जी सर, प्लेन है सर।
हाँ, प्लेन है ना, तो इसमें जाने का, व्यू में, यहाँ पे व्यू में गए ना आप, तो यहाँ पे
जी
यूजर इंटरफेरेंस है। सो यहाँ पे
जी
क्लिक करने का, फिर यहाँ पे प्रोजेक्ट ब्राउजर ऐड करने का, ये आ
ओके
जाएगा। ठीक है,
ओके
इसके
ओके।
बाद इसको उठाने का, बराबर,
जी
और ऐसे इसको ऐसे साइड में लाने का,
जी
और वो बराबर फिट हो जाता है।
ओके।
आई थिंक आपने ही व्हाट्सएप पे डाला था ना ये?
जी नहीं, मैंने नहीं डाला सर।
ओके।
ओके सर।
ऑल गुड, नो क्वेरी, नो डाउट?
जी सर।
ओके सर,
गुड नाइट सर।
गुड नाइट,
Okay.
गुड नाइट,
Good
गुड
night, sir.
नाइट, गुड नाइट।
Thank you.